It is about 6:45 on Saturday, 4th of July, actually. And this technically is my third video in my 5,000 word challenge. But I've decided to do something a little bit different. Instead of doing videos every day, because of the way that this week worked out, I decided that I was going to do a series of clips and turn it into a new vlog, hopefully not too long. So I have reached almost 4,000 words, so I'm not going to make the 5,000 word goal for the end of the week, but I am at 38:15. I've been working on it today a little bit more. I'm liking how this is shaping up. I've gotten to the point now where I'm writing some dialogue. It's really choppy. I'm kind of just throwing words on the page, so to speak, figuratively speaking, because I'm doing this on a laptop, but it's still turning out really, really well. Right now I'm debating, I could be getting a little ahead of myself, but I usually do. I'm debating about whether or not this is going to have separate chapters. Speaking specifically, I mean, I know Project Radiant is going to have chapters because that is a full-length novel. So I need chapters in that to keep it organized. But I came up with several potential chapter titles for if I do decide to format the novella in that way. I kind of like them. I'm wondering if, because I already have a portion, in fact, the very last portion of the ending written, there's going to be a trick to it. There's a trick to the ending. Actually, there are several tricks to this to this plot, but my favorite is at the end because that ties into the novel, but it also tells you something about the story that you might not have caught on to. I've created, I mean, he was already in my head, but I'm starting to put him down on paper. I've created I guess you could consider him to be the prime mover in the story. And there's something mysterious about him that the main character, so to speak, who is narrating the story, has to figure out. Let me show you this other thing too, because I was getting creative today. This is what I made today and used as the background on my screen. So this is a collection of Pinterest images that I put together on a little board. You know that feature, if you're on Pinterest, you know it has a feature where you can make a collage. So I made a collage for the novella, and this is the first one. I will probably do possibly 2 more, maybe 3. I'm not 100% sure. This represents several different things about the story. As I said in one of the early videos, it involves, one of the things that the novella involves is a ghost ship, or at least what they think is a ghost ship. Whether or not it actually is something that you're going to have to wait to find out. But it also represents things about the society that the main female character is a part of. It represents different things about some of the characters who are involved, the atmosphere, some of the locations, a couple of different locations that the main character visits, and also a couple of secrets that are revealed in the course of the plot. So that's definitely helping me motivate myself. Also, one of the reasons why I didn't get as much typing done today, go away Nat, is because when I started working on the novella, I also started getting ideas for the experimental draft of the cozy mystery that I made. So I want to give you an update about that. Firstly, I did make an actual backup copy of the Cozy Mystery. I did do that because I wanted to be absolutely sure that nothing was going to happen to the main original story. Not the original backstory. There's backstory to that story. About, I don't know, was it the same day? Might have been the day after. But shortly after I made an actual backup to the Cozy Mystery, I ended up discovering, because I was cleaning out some stuff in the apartment, that I still had one of the notebooks that I used years and years ago to write down story ideas. And I found a couple in there that I do remember. In fact, one is the basis for a poem that's going to appear in the third poetry book that I'm also working on. I'm not going to go into it too much now, but I'm thinking that that is going to be worked into this experimental version of the Cozy Mystery, because it was an idea, or really the germ, the seed of an idea that I had when I was about maybe 12 or 13. And I can understand why it didn't work out, because I wasn't old enough, I wasn't mature enough to be able to write the type of story that I actually wanted to write. But it was an idea that is based on something real that my mother told me about that happened to a friend of hers when she was much younger. And it's probably going to involve a lot of other true stories, both from her, from a couple of other people, from some different cases and different maybe unsolved mysteries, or again, folk tales, spooky stories, as well as some personal things that have happened to me. And if it works out the way that I think it may work out, it's gonna be pretty interesting. But anyway, I'm tired. I need to get some water, I think. I'm also a little bit dehydrated, so I'm gonna get some water. Maybe stop for today, or at least for right now. I might work on it a little bit before bed. The novella. Sorry. I've got too many books in my head, don't I? There's no such thing. There's no such thing as too many books. One does not have too many books in one's head or otherwise. So I'm going to get some water, maybe lay down for a little bit, and I'll see you in the next clip, which is either going to be tomorrow or Monday. We'll see. Whenever I start typing again, unless it's late at night, then I'm not going to bother. So I'll see you in the next clip. Happy 4th of July, by the way. It is Monday, July 6th, and it's late afternoon, early evening. The story is definitely significantly different from everything that I've worked on so far. Like I said, I've worked out more of the plot, but I think I'm going to save some of that update until the end of the vlog, because it's still moving around in my mind. But it's also interesting because the character who is investigating the mystery doesn't believe that there is a mystery. She thinks the whole thing is kind of silly. I have hit my 5,000 word goal. Well, actually, I surpassed it. So I'm going to stop the video here, well, this particular vlog, because my next course of action is, I think I'm going to do another experiment. I have a couple of recommended platforms where I can organize world building ideas. I think I'm going to experiment with that, because I'm starting to visualize the world a lot better now, and I have found a couple of images that are sort of similar to what I'm envisioning. Not exact, but sort of similar. And I don't want to get any of this mixed up. So I think I'm going to see if I can experiment with those platforms and see if it sparks anything. I created or described uh, one of the locations that I've had in my head. That's very luxurious. It's the most luxurious location that you're going to see in the novella. As far as how long the first draft is going to be, I think my starting goal is going to be 20,000 words. So I'm about a third or a fourth of the way through, because I'm at 50, 5,140 words, I think. Um, and I just hit that like 5 minutes ago. And I was so happy I had to pick up the camera and let you know. So I think that's going to be what the next vlog is. It'll will be about. Will be about the world building. I also may do a video talking about some of my other story ideas and story projects, because over the past week, as I was doing this writing challenge, I was also coming up with a lot of ideas for other projects. So I don't want to give too much away, but I do want to talk about maybe one or two. So that will probably be the vlog that I do. Not the next one, but the one after that. We'll see. It's been hot as all get out over here. It was cooler this morning, though, because we had a serious thunderstorm last night, which is nice. Kept me up a little bit, but it was nice. I just want to say also a special thank you to my friend Toby, and also to Allura for all the encouragement that they've been giving me. It really helps, let me tell you, it really helps, especially on days when stuff just doesn't seem to be working out the way that I want it to, or doesn't seem to be manifesting as quickly as I'd like it to, or I can't write as quickly as I'd like to. Well, I can never write as quickly as I'd like to. I think a whole lot faster than I write, which is perfectly normal. I know everybody thinks faster than they write. Everybody thinks faster than they talk, but I want to be able to write as fast as I think. I got what I got. Okay, I'm going to stop recording now because I have to go cook dinner. And I'm tired too. But I'm also very pleased with myself, so I feel strangely energetic, even though I should probably take a nap. But it's too late to take a nap. And it's also too bright to take a nap. I don't like summer. I don't like summer at all. I don't like how intense the sun gets during this time of year. So I will see you in the next video. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe, and let's have fun next time. Bye.